Someone asked me recently, what is your point? What is your point? What is the purpose of talking on some sort of device, some sort of media, social media? What are you trying to get? What's your message? You see, everyone has to know a purpose, a point. There has to be a meaning regarding being alive. There has to be some sort of reason, some sort of attainment, some sort of achievement, some sort of progress. Whether it's to collate or whether it's to give away. See, what's the point? And everyone asks that question at least once in your life. What's the point? In a positive way? What is my point? What do I have to do? Where do I have to go? What do I have to see? What do I have to be? What do I have to reach? What do I have to attain? What do I have to share? What do I have to, And when it gets really confusing and agitated, the mind comes up against many hurdles. It says, what's the point? What the hell is the point? You see, because no one wants to know. No one wants to listen. No one wants to care. No one wants to see my point of view. So we are like billions of little hopeful points. This is my point, you see. Starts at a very young age at school. Teacher says, hands up. Who knows the answer? I'll give you my point. You see, I'll tell you my answer in my way and how I think you will accept me and respect me, and we can become one, me and you, teacher. So we have to make effort, you see. First thing you're told when you're a child is once you've escaped that perfect, you see, oh my beautiful perfect baby, look at its eyes, it's so perfect, it's the most beautiful thing, it cannot do anything wrong, it just sits and looks, and it is just life oozing beauty and love. And then at some point you have to accept the parents' then new wishes. If you want to be a good boy, when did I stop becoming perfect, you see? When did I stop becoming that beautiful, lotus blooming flower? When did you start? Why did you start threatening me, parents? Teacher says if you want to be successful in life, you have to do it this way. See? So you're gathering points, you see? It's the same as the football, They gather points to be at the top of the table, The one at the top of the table with the most points, the rest are losers. See, so we love the separation, you see. The child doesn't love the separation, but the parents and the teachers, they love the game, you see, the separation. But we're not here to condone our human ways, because that's not my point. You see, how easy it is just to give points, just to give opinions, give meanings and purpose. If you really truly understand life, you'll know that you have no point other than to be here. So my answer to the question, what is your purpose, what is your point, is I have no idea. See, the universe, the consciousness, the God, whatever it is, says just be here. You don't have to gather information, knowledge. You don't have to be superior, you don't have to be big, you don't have to be small, you don't have to be on this side of the fence or that side of the fence. You don't have to be bottom of the league table or top of the league table. You don't even have to be middle. You see, these are destinations. Yeah? Destinations is a point on the map. Where are you going? Which place? In which route? In which mode of transport? How quick? Is this mode of transport quicker than that mode of transport? Is it about time? Is it about speed? Is it about achievement? Is it about winning? That's the points, you see. When you understand that life is pointless, life is the point, you see. So what is the difference between point and pointless? Your mind will define the point is to play football and get points. It's pointless if you don't play football and get points. So we have to be doing something for a reason. The children that play in the park with football, they just play. Sometimes they don't even keep the score. Sometimes they play for hours. Sometimes they try new skills. Sometimes they just stop the game for some drinks. Not timed, half time. This is the time you stop. They stop willingly. Let's have a drink. Let's have a break. Let's have a sit down. And then the adult comes and says, well, who's winning? What? Who's winning, you see? Why are you sitting down? Who's the referee? What's the point? And the children, through respect for the elders, they say, oh yeah, okay, we must start behaving like this. We must have a point. So the answer to the question, I have no idea why I'm here. Ideas will keep you looking for points, keep you looking for ways, keep you looking for purposes and methods, keep you looking for results. What better a result than to be here? You see? The human mind hates these, despises. No effort. Effort is taking place. The effort is taking place on its own. See? When you say, I make no effort, you're trying to make a point. When you say, I'm making effort, you're justifying your point. There's no one makes effort. There's no one that has any idea of what's going on. There's no one that has any idea of who it is, what it is. And then the mind that wants to make something out of it says, this one is on the verge of dementia. You know? Then let's ask it questions. What's the President of the United States, Donald Trump? Oh, so you have a point. No, I have information. Information from the mind, from the ego. All of that you collate. No one can live through their childhood or adolescence, their working life, without having some sort of point, without being directed to a point, to a justification, to a reason, to a method, to a practice. Are you a Hindu? Okay, so what is the point of the Hindu? What do you mean? What is your point? Why are you a Hindu? Why do you worship Krishna? So then you have to justify your point, you see. You see, when the children play football, the man, he becomes the referee, and you have to justify every move to the man. You see, the intruder on your game. This is what we do as humans. We cannot change how we live. But to think that you have some sort of purpose, some sort of justification, some sort of need to justify, some sort of reason, some sort of point for being here, is an added on app. You see, we love the phones. Download app. I know a child who downloads 5 apps every day on his phone, gets more memory, gets more bigger phone, more gigabits, more hard drive. What do you do with the apps? I download them. Why? That's my point, you see. My point is to download apps. I may need them. They may come in handy. I like being the one with the most apps. I like being the app pointer. I like pointing that I have more apps than you have apps. You see? The child is not arrogant, the child is not angry, the child is not no different from any other child. He just has been programmed, inherited some sort of need to have a collation of points, a collation of items. Every item in the room has a point, says the wife. Yeah, or the husband. Yeah, this is my TV. That's the point is to watch it at night. This is my sofa. The point is to sit on it. But the man or the husband or the wife, they don't come in and say to themselves, okay, now, sofa, I must sit on you. I must prove and justify my point. I must reason with you, sofa. It's all happening, you see. No plan to sit here and say, this is my subject today. This is my point today. I have no idea why I'm here. And that's the most liberating, free, non-mental bound. You see, bound to justify anything other than I'm here. But that itself is a point. The real true seeker wants to know who is observing the speaker of myself, justifying my points or no points. Who am I that observes, that cannot go left, cannot go right, cannot go up, cannot go down, cannot win the league, cannot lose the league, cannot even know what a league is? Information. All I can say is information throughout the years caused suffering, anxiety, to justify, to prove, to have a purpose, to be somewhere other than where I am, to be something other than what I am, just causes so much pain and anguish to the brain, to the body. Therefore, when you give up and surrender, something cannot give up and surrender, but something gives up and surrenders. This one or that one? Which one observes the non-giving up and the giving up? Which one observes the game of football, the playing and the non-playing? Which one simply observes life unfolding? Doesn't observe time, doesn't observe age, doesn't observe sex, sexual differences, doesn't observe the TV being a TV and its purpose of portraying images. It simply observes, doesn't observe the shapes or the colors, because all of this are meanings, all of this are intelligence, information that will suck you into the television, suck you into the color, suck you into the point of being something other than what you are. You think you're a human, you're suffering yourself into that point of being a human, and then everything about human comes and you say, okay, I have to do this, this, and this, and this to be accepted in this world. No one's exempt, even this one. Still does things, even though it's of no point, no purpose. What's the point? But you don't punish yourself, hit yourself around because you're doing something that your mind says you shouldn't be doing. Because your mind whether it says you should or you shouldn't, is the rogue, is the one that wants to keep you in the point or the pointless. Where can I go? If I have a point, I have somewhere to go. If I am pointless, I have somewhere to go. I can be positive or I can be negative. What else can I be? Opposing world of ego. How to get out of it? You're already out of it. You're just witnessing it. You're tasting it. You're experiencing it. You're loving it. You're hating it. You're here for a reason or no reason. There's no one is exempt. Do I have a point of being here? I have no idea at this point. When I finish this ridiculous uttering, some point may come up and said, maybe you should have spoke about the TV. Told them what to watch at 4 o'clock. Told them what kind of diet they should have had. Then you've been a worthwhile speaker. You've given them something to work from, work towards, work away from. We're just here. Well, I am just here. I have no idea why I'm here, but I love the very act of being here. Not simply on this device, in this moment. You see, Papa G says, where do you go to be here? Did you take a bus from where you were yesterday to be here? Is it a geographical here? Or is it a being of here, just present? Can you never ever not be here, present with yourself? What point? You become then the lighthouse, and you can say, I can go anywhere I like. I can go anywhere I like. I can follow this. I can follow that. I'm swirling. I can see anything. I can do anything. I can play football. I can watch television. I can do anything that has a purpose or no purpose. But when you look inside the light, the root, the core of what you're generating in this external world from your inner being, you say, well, what's the point? I am already this. I'm just living it out. I'm just living life out. Where is out? No end. I'm just living on and on and on and on and on. Let it be. The computer has a point.